Welcome to Practical Talk Time. I'm your host, Usha Kumar. Today I have with me guests that have traveled a very long way from home to be here with us today. Um, this is a dance troupe that has been performing in all areas in the tri-state area, and they might be traveling further out west sometime soon, and they will be returning home by the end of this month. And it's been a great opportunity to have them here, and I'm very excited that they are here today. My guests are from an organization called Samarthanam, which is an organization that helps visually impaired, disabled, and underprivileged folks. And a branch of this organization is Sunada, which is the music and art leg or arm of the organization Samarthanam. And the guests that are here today are the founder and managing trustee, Mr. Mahantesh, that's seated right next to me.
Hi.
And then to his right is Miss Gangamma, who is one of the dancers. And to her right is Miss Lavanya, who is also a dancer.
Hi.
And might I say that both of these young women are also undergrad students in college. Hello, Mr. Mahantesh. It's my pleasure to have you. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi, Ushaji. It's our pleasure to be here.
I hear such wonderful things about your organization, Samarthanam, which was founded by you and two other people, I guess. They're also visually impaired.
Correct.
And this, I also hear that your organization has won so many awards for your social service. I know you have won the state award and also a national award in India and some international recognition because the organization is doing such human service to the visually impaired and disabled and, I think children and other underprivileged people. So let me, ask you about the organization. How did you think about starting it?
Thank you. Being myself visually impaired and a couple of my friends who also had similar problem, we realized very early that the opportunities we got, our youngsters also should get, and the problems we had, we knew the solutions so that our youngsters will not go the same tribulations. So, and my father personally always told me that we are responsible to give back to the society whatever we get. So I realized that I was educated and lucky, but there are many kids who are my youngsters who have visual impairment, disability, or financial problems. Just because of that, they should not be denied the most basic privileges like education, good food, and shelter. So all this and a few other factors made us start Samarthanam Trust for the Disabled in Bangalore about 13 years ago in 1997 in the later half of the February, believing in the ability of persons with disability.
Yeah, and you have a master's degree in English literature,
Correct.
is it?
Yeah.
And you also have an MPhil in comparative literature.
Exactly.
That is wonderful. So how was all your education? Did you do it in the Braille system? And are there any good schools there? How did you learn?
Yeah, I became blind when I was 6 months baby. Typhoid and heavy temperature damaged my optic nerves. So I have been living with visual impairment almost from my childhood. So first 10 years of my life, I did nothing, like I just went to nearby schools without any academic progress or importance. But my father found one of the best schools in Bangalore, which was for the blind, called Ramana Maharshi Academy for the Blind. I did my schooling till 10th in the blind school. It was a great experience. They taught me to be independent. They taught me to manage myself in every aspects of life, and they exposed us to several daily living programs and take care of the juniors, and manage the cows and vocational training. So this gave me huge confidence, and I went on to do my 11th, 12th and graduation and masters in English and comparative literature MPhil in the regular schools. So the major challenge when I went to college first was a mainstream. I felt I was a fish out of water. So I felt a lot of my youngsters need support to pursue their higher education. So during my days, the computer education was not there for the blind. So Braille was the only option. I did all my notes in Braille and audio tapes. And I was helped by a lot of people who read voluminous books. I had to remember all of them and write my exams with the help of a scribe.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard about scribes. I know my brother-in-law was a professor in IIT in Bombay, and there came a time when a blind student wanted to appear in the IIT entrance exam.
Okay.
And the entrance exam folks said, we can't accommodate you. We don't have a way to test you. So we cannot let you take part in the entrance exam. And my brother-in-law fought for his rights to be able to participate in the entrance exam if he wanted to. And he also rounded up one of his friend's sons to come and be the scribe. And that kid passed the exam and was admitted into IIT. And this was way back,
Oh, that's
So-
very nice. Yeah, that's how it is in India and probably in most of the countries.
Yeah.
So supports of scribes system prevails in India, and the only condition is the scribe has to one class lesser than the person who writes the exam.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So they can't just write the answer for you
Yeah, I know.
and
Yes.
cheat.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and that's how you studied.
Yes. So
Then when was the time that you thought it was important to create some kind of an educational system for the
yeah.
visually impaired?
So
folk?
after completing my MPhil, I started teaching English in University Law College, and gradually we felt that it's important for us to create a platform where we can address the problems of visually impaired primarily, more professionally and in a more organized manner. So that led to the birth of Samarthanam Trust for the Disabled somewhere in the early 1997.
Okay. And what does your Samarthanam Trust do?
Samarthanam believes in the abilities of persons with disability. Education is the major focus. So
This is passed after high school,
yeah,
mainly?
initially we started with promoting higher education, but we realized foundation education is also important.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so we believe disabled child is an integral part of the society. So we believe in inclusive model. So our kids study like any other child. We do have our own school 1 to 10th.
Okay.
It is open for other children also, whether irrespective of other disabilities and no disabilities.
Okay.
So that they all study together. They
Oh,
don't
that's
feel
wonderful.
yeah, they don't feel that they are isolated. And service in segregation keep them isolated forever.
Yeah.
So it is important for us that we should include them in the mainstream so that they live like any other child. And we also have an outreach program. We encourage kids to go to the neighborhood schools.
Yeah.
We have trained resource teachers who go and monitor these kids' progress and education and their needs. Definitely the resources are scarce, scanty, not like in the US. Like here I visited one blind state board service. They were telling the kind of resources they are giving for visually impaired.
Yeah.
If we can try and organize at least 30 to 40%, our students can perform 200% better than what they are. But definitely I'm very, very proud of my students. They are performing extremely well. They are doing fairly well for themselves in their school and college. Yeah, and for college education, we expose them to computer training. We enable them to use computer as a tool for learning. So we have a software which reads everything out as a screen reading software called JAWS, Job Access with Speech.
Oh.
So we convert all the books into digital formats. with the voice output, they can independently read. And by using computer, they can do their assignments on their own, and they can communicate with the rest of the society. And we are also encouraging our kids to use online teaching through Skype and a whole lot of things. So this has enabled us to produce some outstanding students. We produced first blind chartered accountant, equivalent to CPA here, and we produced MBA students. A couple of months ago, one of our students got admission to IIM Lucknow, one of the most premier institutes
That's
of
the
India.
Indian Institute of Management.
You are right, Indian Institute of Management. And we have produced a few journalists, few entrepreneurs, HR executives. So all this was possible because of technology, computer technology.
You yourself, you're a journalist, and you've been a news reader, haven't you?
Yes,
in Bangalore.
correct.
So could you tell us about that experience? How you, brought that about?
The current director of Doordarshan, a government leading Chandana, Mr. Mahesh Joshi, is a very nice person and very sensitive. So I went and spoke to him to mark bicentennial celebration of Louis Braille, the person who invented Braille. So why don't we start reading news in Braille on every Sunday? He thought for a while, but immediately responded, yes, I would like to take the risk. So he took the risk. From January 4th this year. He made sure every Sunday evening 9 o'clock, one visually impaired reads the news. So I'm one among the couple of us. So every alternative week I read news, and it is very encouraging and exciting. And I can read almost the similar pace with regular news readers. So these kind of initiatives creates a lot of awareness in the society, and also whenever such opportunities are given for visually impaired, the kind of confidence it creates is unparalleled. So I think every channel should come forward and do something similar to this.
I saw some video clips on YouTube, and I think our viewers can too if they type in Samarthanam, right?
Correct.
And I think on our television screen, they have your name with the name of Samarthanam, so they can look up the spelling for that.
Wow, that's nice. Yes, definitely. I request you all the viewers, to take your time out, visit our website, and get yourselves connected to YouTube's. So that helps us to reach what we are. And in whatever way you all think, you can join hands, help us to enable more and more kids with special needs. So real education is making them enable their self. So building confidence in them, capacity building, only helps us to make them independent.
Yeah, I'm amazed at the performances, by your dance students, and that is from Sunada, right, which is a part of Samarthanam. And we have here guests from Sunada. I think they've been traveling with you in the United States now, and bringing great entertainment and joy to every place they are visiting. So maybe I'll ask Gangama.
Hello.
Hi Gangama, such a pleasure to watch you dance.
Thank you.
It's just incredible. And also you're a student, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So could you tell us how you kind of got into your dance along with your studies?
This is my 10. I am learning. This is my 10th year dance. I'm learning.
Oh.
And we are learning dance by touch and feel method.
Okay.
Once teacher shows the Hasta Mudras and gestures and postures, we watch that and we learn dance.
I know, it must be very difficult because dance itself is such a visual art. And for you to memorize every touch, every movement, and then memorize it and then dance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Has it given you a lot of joy, as much joy as it's giving the viewers?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We are very happy.
And what are you studying?
I'm studying second year BA.
BA?
Bachelor of Arts.
Arts, and what are the subjects?
History, Economics and Sociology.
History,
Economics and Sociology.
And social
Social.
studies? Oh.
Yes.
Sociology.
Social science.
Sociology.
Sociology.
Pardon? Sociology.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. And how do you find this trip to the United States?
That's very good. We are feeling very happy to visit US, and we feel as home in Connecticut. We are very happy.
Oh, that's good.
Last 15 days we are staying here.
I want to know, is traveling in the United States different from traveling in India?
Yes, there are a lot of different for us.
How do you find it?
Because here it's a very hectic time to people, and they're working lot, and they're not having free time to spend with us. Weekends they're all going to give some program time and all, they're coming and watching.
Yes, the people here are very busy, and we have to do our own work, housework in addition to all of the work that they do outside. Thank you so much, Gangama.
Thank you.
In Lavanya, I would like to hear your experience.
Yeah.
Tell me about how you find your education and also your performances in art.
Yeah, I'm going for regular college, how the normal people will go. So, my college timing is like morning 9 to 1.
Okay.
So, I have a dance class on morning 6 to 8.
Oh, first year dance
Yeah,
class
dance
in the morning.
class.
I
Yeah.
see.
So, after that, I'll go for my college. So, once I back, I have some tuitions like reading, volunteer service in our hostel. So I have, so I'm a commerce student. I have accounts. So we'll use the computer for accounts. Use Excel to do the accounts and stats and all.
Oh, I see. How do you? That again is voice activated kind
Yeah,
of.
JAWS.
Okay.
With the help of JAWS, that is software.
Okay.
So after that, again we have a class in evening, the dance classes.
Yeah.
So I'm going for the music classes. Few months ago.
Oh God, what a full life you have! Dance class in the morning, college during the day, and then later in the evening you do some social work yourself, helping others, right? And wonderful. And your music.
Yeah, music,
Okay.
Carnatic, classical.
Oh, I see.
So after the dinner, and study myself,
Oh, yeah.
and go to bed.
Oh, that's wonderful. So, Mr. Mahantesh,
Yeah.
you in the dance troupe, you also have people that are already graduated from college, and
Yes.
they are working, right?
Correct,
Could you
correct.
talk about them?
One of the dancers, Suma, has been with us for the last 7-8 years. She completed her commerce graduation, and currently she works in HR and computer division. And she wants to do her MBA and take up HR responsibility full time in Samarthanam. So Samarthanam believes that every individual who is educated should be employed, either in Samarthanam or outside. So almost all the students who have passed out are gainfully employed in open employment opportunities. Some of them are entrepreneurs, and some of them are working for Samarthanam. Out of 200 plus employees we have, more than 65 of them are visually, physically challenged.
I see.
And some of them are in senior positions and decision-making positions. Yeah,
You yourself, you're an entrepreneur, right?
I can say so.
What company do you have?
See, primarily, I have a gas distribution ship, cooking gas in India.
Yeah, that's the propane.
Yeah,
propane
propane,
cylinders,
LPG
yeah.
they call, liquid
LPG.
purified gas. And I consider Samarthanam itself is an entrepreneurial initiative, like converting the service into a sustainable model and organizing resources to educate, bringing people who need support, organizing people who want to support. So I think social entrepreneurship is what I firmly believe in, which is going to make a huge difference in the days to come, because it's a social investment. Societal development is what you are going to see the overall economic development of the country. Yeah, so I am on the threshold of creating social leaders with visual and other disability who can support their community and who makes a contribution to the society also.
You must have heard that in our neighboring state of New York, the governor is a visually impaired person.
Correct.
Yeah, and
I felt very happy when I heard David Peterson,
Yeah.
who is the governor of New York State, is visually impaired. And I had the opportunity of meeting David Blunkett, who was the Home Minister for Tony Blair. He's totally
I see.
blind.
Oh, I see.
So like that, there have been some outstanding visually impaired politicians and bureaucrats. And Franklin D. Roosevelt himself was on wheelchair. So these are people who keep our inspiration, who keep our motivation levels high. And we always look up to such people and try to work towards reaching such milestones in different manners.
The other day when I came to attend one of your performances, I noticed, the kind of high optimism among your troupe members. They all looked so happy and so, very put together and trusting and having faith and all the teamwork. Together I was so amazed, and I think there's a lot that everybody can learn from this. And,
Yes. So we always propagate and communicate and work towards is building positive attitude. And you should be optimist. So I appeal through this channel, in whatever way you all can join hands with us, visit our website.
Yeah. What is the website?
www.samarthanam.org. And I am in US for next 20 days. That's till 26th of October. And I have a cell phone here. Anybody wants to reach us, you can call me on 646-465-4828, and probably they can reach you also.
Yeah, they can contact Practical Talk Time.
Practical Talk Time, Madam Usha.
yahoo.com.
Yeah. So, and Mahantesh at samarthanam.org is my ID. You can write through. And we promote sports extensively. We have a very solid cricket team which beat England 3-0 last month. So like that, we promote all activities because we believe overall development of person is important. So that educates a lot. It helps them to travel. When they travel, they gain confidence, they meet different people, they get different kind of encouragement. So Samarthanam focuses on building all-round personality around an individual.
In India, how much help do you get from the state or from the central government? Do you get any help at all?
We do get, but not enough. About 15 to 20% of our revenue we get from government. Unfortunately, procedures and all slowdowns. So we do get support from government, but major support we are getting from is individual philanthropists and companies with corporate social responsibility. So we have a bigger task of building 100% disabled friendly state-of-the-art accessible school. It is a $1.5 million project. I am here to raise some funds also if possible. So I don't know
And
whether
this is all for non-profit charitable
company. Yeah,
group.
this is all for Samarthanam Trust. It is 100% a charitable organization. All our services are provided free of cost.
Yeah, I also read that the main award that the Indian government gave your organization was because every rupee or every penny, as you would call it here, that's given to your organization goes directly to improve the life of a visually impaired or disabled or underprivileged person, to help them to be self-sufficient and be an active member of society and actively contribute in terms of being able to work and earn for themselves, right?
You're right. We are one of the very, very few organizations who have the credit of giving 100% tax exemption to the donors. Government of India was very kind enough to recognize our services and grant this award. And we are the members of World Blind Union. And as you said, Samarthanam is accredited with several state and national awards and quite a lot of international recognitions. So Samarthanam is committed to create more and more such facilities for our community to realize their ability.
I'm so happy that you have created this organization and you're able to run it so successfully with, of course, help of other friends who have similar intentions.
Absolutely. We are blessed with a huge dedicated band of volunteers and my staff and my very active dynamic board. Samarthanam is a wonderful family. It's a teamwork. Whatever we have done in last 13 years is humongous. I'm personally satisfied and I am personally enriched. Samarthanam has taught so much for me, which I wouldn't have learned anywhere in my life.
I was again, I have to tell you all that hats off to you for the lovely Bharatanatyam dance, right? And for those of you who are watching and who don't know what Bharatanatyam dancing is, it's the classical dance form of southern India. And it's very intricate, very difficult to learn. It takes years and years to perfect it. And you've all just mastered it. It's such a wonderful thing to watch. And, I see all of your dedication and hard work there. Do you have anything to say to the public who are watching the show
Yes,
today?
so you can look up to our website and look through the itineraries. In any cities, if you want to come down and see the program, you are most welcome.
Well, where are you having your programs next?
We are having around New York, New Jersey, and tomorrow we are having at Atlantic City. I don't know.
And what
where.
is the organization or place you're having it?
We are having it at Taj Trump.
Trump Plaza? Okay.
Yes, organized by Dental and Medical Association of Karnataka Doctors.
Okay.
So that is on 8th of this month. And we have programs on 22nd at South Jersey, 23rd at New Jersey, 24th at New York, so, and few other programs. If you go to our website, you will get the schedules. So please make it convenient to come and encourage our kids.
Recently in Connecticut, you had a 1-hour program at Ferguson Library in Stamford, right? That was
Correct.
organized by World on Stage and some other sponsors.
Correct.
And also you had a nice
Program.
big program in
Cigna.
for
Correct.
its employees, sponsored
Yeah.
by Cigna. And then you participated in Hartford and other places.
Correct.
So anytime we would like to have you back. And thank you so much for coming. And for those of you watching, thank you all for watching. And until next time, goodbye.
Thank you very much.